So Humanitarian NGO, the Imdaad Foundation, says at least 3,000 people are in urgent need of support following those devastating floods in parts of KZN. Ladysmith, Estcourt and Bergville residents have returned to their homes after they were evacuated to community halls at the height of the disaster earlier this month. It's understood that a teenage boy who went swimming with his friends at the Klip River is still missing. The NGO itself has been working around the clock trying to clean up, distributing food parcels and helping residents rebuild their lives. Head of the disaster response at the foundation is Abed Karrim, who joins us now live from Ladysmith via our video link. And sir, thanks very much indeed for making time. It's great to have you on the program. You know, you'd imagine that with days passing since the height of the devastation, the pressure on your organization would be easing. But my understanding is that you have more people coming forward asking for help.
Good morning to you and your viewers, and that's correctly, it's days now to be precise. It's 12 days since the floods had engulfed the entire of the CBD in Ladysmith, and rightfully you have said that there are hundreds of people that have been affected by two things. One is the flood in the CBD in Ladysmith in Ward 22, and of course in the three local municipalities within the Ituqela district, there are about thousands of people that are needing help due to storm damages and excessive rains where their houses had fallen down. There are situations where their houses have been flooded, and we have been there personally in the last few days distributing food parcels with disaster management teams in the Alfred Duma, that is Ladysmith, and going out to the different wards where we have already delivered over 500 food parcels in partnership with many other NGOs. Also, the Imdaad Foundation teams have been on the ground from the 16th of this month, when that was a Sunday, when the flood waters started coming into the CBD and engulfing all the homes, and more specifically, the shop owners who have been hit twice now in that specific week, because before that we had water that had come in from the drains and etc. But as we stand right now in Ladysmith CBD, where the flood victims, it's about plus minus 200, whose homes were totally flooded out, whose homes were engulfed with water, and of course all the shops that are in the plaza, in the lower Forbes Street area, Alexandra, etc. There are two folds to this entire distribution and recovery, hopefully, for the community that were affected by the floods, and the Imdaad Foundation, like you rightfully said, we have 12 days on the ground. Every day we are going out and distributing, more specifically in all the rural areas where the persons have been affected. The other day, on Sunday rather, we were in Bergville, in the deep areas near the Drakensberg Mountains, and going out with disaster management officials from Okoshlamba local municipality and distributing to homes that are far-fetched. And as I said, it was storm damages, it was excessive rains that the homes, and we know here in the rural areas in our country, people don't build with cement and mortar, they build with sand and etc. So many of their homes had fallen down.
Yeah.
The situation as I talk to you right now.
Please go ahead.
As I talk to you, the 125 people that were in the indoor soccer stadium in Ladysmith on Sunday night that we've taken to safer grounds have now gone back to home. So when they were there on Sunday last week, the Imdaad Foundation and local community members, we immediately assisted them with mattresses, blankets, hygiene pack. There were about plus minus 2 or 3 small babies and 6 children. We arranged for them to have, baby food and so forth, the nan, etc. Now what has happened is all of them have gone back to home, and on Wednesday, it took 3 days for this water to actually come down, because the water was sitting at 8 meters that we had been given information in the JOC meeting that the Imdaad sit in, the Advisory Disaster Management meeting. So once the waters went down on Wednesday last week, then the mopping up and cleaning took place. And believe me, myself coming from a situation where I was being over 15 floods in the area where the CBD was and I moved out, I can relate to exactly that situation when you go back home, hopelessness, greeted by full water in your homes, your capsize of your fridges, your freezers, your food is all over, your school children's bags, the new, what they call stationery, all over. You just sit there and say, what do I do? And remember, sir, the water is not only clean water. It is water of sewer and everything that goes. So everything is destroyed.
Absolutely.
We were one home yesterday.
In fact, that's exactly what I was hoping to ask you a bit more about. I mean, in a stroke of irony, this disaster was caused by large volumes of water, but because of its devastation, the reticulation system has been affected, which means people don't have access to clean drinking water.
Well, that compounds the whole problem.
Yeah.
As we talk right now in Ladysmith, for the last 3 days, apparently, we were given a notice by the district Itugela to say that the water plant has been silted, and the entire Ladysmith, as I talk to you now, the Imdaad Foundation teams with the water tankers are giving out water in the entire area, and there are other NGOs that are helping out in Ladysmith. So the situation is so bad right now here in Ladysmith that it's going now to the second, third day. Water came in a little bit yesterday. We get a message this morning saying that there is still a challenge with the water. So, yes, we have a situation with excess water, and now we don't have any water.
Yeah. How long do you reckon these conditions are likely to continue? The municipality must be stepping in some way. In fact, I understand they're helping you guys with information about what is still needed. But with your expert knowledge, do you envision the kind of devastation to last way longer than what many people may have predicted?
Exactly. The disaster management teams have been very helpful to us to give us the list of persons that have been affected, a list that has been double-checked and make sure that these households that have been affected either by storm or that have been flooded out have been given to us and working very close in all the LMs, the local municipalities. The question that you asked as to how long this will continue, my experience coming myself being a victim of flood, I can tell you it will take you over 2 months to recover properly in the home. So the Imdaad Foundation policy is that we always stick around for about 30 days to make sure that we assist those families. Like yesterday, they have asked us for food parcels in Ward 22 now. Ward 22 is the central CBD of Ladysmith. This is exactly where all the things happen. And the Klip River burst its bank at 2 points. And that is why you had excessive water. Some places the water was higher than your head. Some were chest high, some were waist high. And to say how long it will take, over 30 days, I would think it will be, because the Imdaad Foundation said, we will base ourselves, we have an office in Estcourt, we will be here for 30 days to go out and see. We gave out food parcels yesterday, we assisted those who needed mattresses. People are sleeping on the floor. Their houses are still in a situation that is totally unhygienic. You had sewer water in your homes, and you have your drawers broken, your wardrobes are broken, your fridge is not working, your freezers are not working. How do you come back into a normal life? So the Imdaad Foundation, in partnership with many other NGOs locally, we are continuing with the distribution of not only food parcels.
Right.
An entire list has been made for the business sector, and there's one team that's only working with the business sector to do a complete profiling to say how many of your freezers, your shelves, your stock, and so forth, we need to compensate with that. So it's not only the Imdaad Foundation, there are many other local NGOs and from out of town that are working with the Imdaad Foundation and to go out and help the shopkeepers to stand up on their feet and continue with their living. And also we must not forget, it's the hawker trade. It is the informal traders that are also being helped. I was passing the other day going to one of the places to help with our water tanker, and we saw an informal trader busy washing all her cold drink bottles to try and salvage whatever she can to make a living and continue.
Sure.
So it is the shopkeepers and it is the informal sector and the households that we are going to be assisting now with appliances and whatever is needed, beds, blankets, pillows, all this is all damaged.
Sure. Got you. A heartbreaking set of circumstances. Thanks very much indeed for making time to give us that update. Hopefully, the kind of relief that you need will be forthcoming as a matter of urgency, and some of the affected residents will be able to get some kind of normality back into their lives. For now, thank you very much indeed. Abed Karrim is the head of disaster response at the Imdaad Foundation. Appreciate your time.